A man named Joe decided to embark on a camping adventure in an old creaky cabin. Little did he know that this night would turn into a spine-tingling nightmare. As Joe settled into the cabin, he couldn't help but notice the unsettling creaks and groans of the ancient wood. The night fell, and an eerie silence enveloped the woods. Just as he was about to doze off, a strange noise echoed outside, like a distant, mournful wail. It was enough to send shivers down his spine. Joe decided to investigate. Armed with only a flashlight, he cautiously stepped outside. The moonlight revealed twisted branches and shadows that played tricks on his mind, but nothing that seemed amiss. He shrugged it off and returned to the cabin, locking the door securely behind him. Back inside, he tried to find solace by the warm, crackling fireplace. Just as he was beginning to relax, the eerie noise returned, louder this time, like a haunting melody in the distance. Joe's heart raced as he checked outside once more, but there was nothing to be seen. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. As he prepared for bed, a tapping noise echoed through the cabin. Tap, tap, tap. Joe turned off the lights and peered out the windows, his heart pounding. Empty darkness greeted him. He checked every window but found nothing. Just as he thought it might be his imagination, tap, 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 tap again, but this time from right behind him. Slowly, he turned, his eyes widening in terror. There, with a chilling, faceless grin, was a pale figure, its hand pressed against the glass, tapping rhythmically with one bony finger. Panic surged through Joe's veins as he stumbled backward. Thinking quickly, he grabbed a bat from beside the front door and charged outside, ready to confront the sinister figure. He scoured every inch of the forest, calling out in fear. "Where are you?" he yelled, but there was no sign of the smiling, pale, faceless man. Exhausted and terrified, Joe retreated to the cabin once more. He decided to stay up all night, keeping the lights on, convinced that daylight would bring safety. As the first rays of the sun began to creep over the horizon, he finally let his guard down, believing he was safe. But as he closed his eyes, he was jolted awake by tap, tap, tap once again. This time when he opened his eyes, he was face to face with the smiling, pale, faceless man. The man's featureless visage grinned wider, and Joe let out a blood-curdling scream that echoed through the forest.